Welcome to game number 27 of the 2013 Illinois Lutheran State Basketball Tournament. This is the game we've all been waiting for. It's the state tournament final between the number 1 seed Immanuel Palatine Bobcats and the number 2 seed Peoria Christ Comets. Now this is a rematch of last year's championship where Immanuel Palatine defeated Peoria Christ in the championship as well. They also faced each other 3 weeks ago in Peoria, where Palatine defeated them 38-24. Palatine comes to this game after defeating, they've had nothing but blowouts so far in the tournament. They defeated Pekin Good Shepherd 47-21 in the first round. In the second round, they defeated Chicago Holy Family 42-16. And in the semis last night, they defeated Zion Marengo 53-27. Peoria Christ comes in the game after defeating St. Paul Oaklawn 50-31 in the first round. 57-38 over Bethany Naperville in the second, and 52-38 last night's semis over Immanuel East on Dundee. Peoria Christ this year is 31-3. Immanuel Palatine is 28-2. Immanuel Palatine is going for their 4th state championship. If Peoria Christ is going for their record 11th state championship. I am Ryan Roth. I'll be your play-by-play. I'm with my esteemed colleague, Peter Roth, here tonight. We're looking for great action. Let's go down to our PA announcer for the starting lineups for the championship game. Why don't you give me your keys to the game?
For Palatine coming in, this will be their 6th.
Well, why don't you hold off? Let's go down to Eric Young for the starting lineups.
And to the boys' championship game for the state of Illinois. We would also like to welcome our guests from around the world watching us on the internet at www.Luthsports.org. Before we begin, we ask that all participants and spectators conduct themselves in a God-pleasing manner before, during, and after this basketball game. The LSA Sportsmanship Award will be presented this weekend to the school whose behavior of its players, coaches, and fans best demonstrate Christian sportsmanship. Today's matchup features the guest team on the scoreboard, the Christ Peoria Comets. And the home team on the scoreboard, the Immanuel Palatine Bobcats. First, let's meet the Comets from Christ Peoria. They come to us today with a record of 31 wins and 3 losses. They are the champions of the Green Park Invitational Tournament and the Limestone Bartonville Tip-Off Tournament. Christ Peoria has 10 state championships to their name. First, let's meet the non-starters. Number 11, Gino Hess. Number 12, Isaiah Butler. Number 13, Nathan Carter. Number 14, Fred Dixon. Number 15, Kusiva Joe. Number 23, Arion Lewis. Number 25, Tony Rudebeck. And number 22, Isaiah Heerman. And now the starters for the Comets. At one guard, number 10, standing 5 feet 3 inches tall, Quincy Broadway. A forward, 5'6", number 20, Alex Shaw. A forward, 5'7", number 21, Anthony Joseph. Forward, number 24, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, Dawson Hoffman. And a final forward, 5 feet 8 inches tall, number 32, Isaiah Ward. The Comets are coached by Terry Mooney Jr., assisted by Terry Mooney Sr., Rick Hoffman, manager Luke Rudebeck, and statistician Joe Lamberti. And now the Immanuel Palatine Bobcats. They come to us with a record of 28 wins and 2 losses. They're the champions of the Trinity Davenport Triangular Tournament, the Blue Chips AAU Tournament at Wheaton Academy, the Christian Liberty Academy Arlington Heights Tournament, the Christ Lutheran Peoria 63rd Annual Basketball Tournament, the 13th Annual Palatine Lutheran Bobcat Challenge. And Immanuel Palatine brings 3 state championships to the table. First, the non-starters. Number 2, Jake Stearns. Number 10, Zach Stryzek. Number 12, Dominic Jacobs. Number 15, Will Schmaling. Number 4, Mark Laney. Number 25, Ben Schilf. Number 30, Griffin Maloney. Number 32, Jake Parsons. Number 41, Avery Riedel. Number 42, Gregory Cano. And now the starters for the Bobcats. At one guard, 5 feet 8, number 11, Nate Izuski. At guard, 5 feet 7, number 14, Brett Hensley. At guard, 5'9", number 35, Josh Turner. At another guard, 5 feet 11, number 40, Dylan Tapia. And forward, 6'1", number 55, Aaron Kuhlman. The Bobcats are coached by John Ulrich, assisted by Joe Robinson, Johnny Ulrich II. As we do before every LSA basketball game, we would like to begin this game with a word of prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us to the conclusion of a great weekend. Please bless us in this game here today. Be with the players as they compete, giving them the power to do their best. Be with the coaches, referees, officials, and fans as this game unfolds. Help us all to display the highest level of competitive sportsmanship and Christian character. In your name we play. Amen.
All right. Now, Peter, before we get to the starting lineups, what are your keys to the game?
For Palatine, they are starting 3 people above 5'9", all who average at least 8 points, in Coleman, Tapia, and Turner. They're going to have to use that to their advantage and go inside because they haven't made many threes in the tournament, and they rely on the inside game a lot. For Peoria, you're going to have to rely a lot on Quincy Broadway and how he comes out at the start of this game. He's averaging over 17 a game in the tournament so far, and as he goes, Peoria goes. It should be a really good game to watch.
Starting for the Bobcats, Izuski, Hensley, Turner, Tapia, and Kuhlman. For the Comets, Broadway, Shaw, Joseph, Hoffman, and Ward. We're going to have Kuhlman to tip for the Bobcats and Hoffman for the Comets. Bobcats in the white and the blue, the Comets in the black. And to start the game off, the tip goes to the Comets. Broadway will bring it up. The Bobcats are in a man-to-man defense. Like Peter said earlier, Broadway, one of the leading scorers of the tournament at 17 points a game. Nice pressure already on the man-to-man defense for the Bobcats. Works it around to Hoffman. Nice Hoffman with the pump fake. Broadway resets up the offense. Good pressure defense by Izuski. And it looks like we're going to have our first, we're going to have a moving screen on the Comets.
Peoria is really going to want to get out and run early on in the game. They've averaged 53 points a game in the tournament so far, and that completely goes against what Palatine likes to run.
Oh, absolutely. That was Isaiah Ward's first foul, teams first. We should have a high-scoring game with both teams having high-powered offenses. And right there, Dylan Tapia goes coast to coast for a layup, puts the Bobcats up 2 at 2-0. Dylan Tapia leading the way for the Bobcats so far this tournament, just over 10 points a game. And there's Quincy Broadway that's going to take it all the way to the hole. He's going to get fouled, so he'll get a chance to go to the free throw line for 2.
Broadway likes to go into the lane and draw the foul. This would be his 23rd free throw.
Josh Turner picked up his first foul, team's first for the Bobcats. And like you said, Peter, Broadway, one of the better free throw shooters of the tournament, 64%. Comes in the game averaging over 17 points. Connects on the first. As a team, the Comets very good for the free throw line, over 65% as a team.
That could definitely be a big benefit coming on later in the game.
Converts on the second as well, so we have a tie ball game at 2-all. Full court pressure picked up right by the Comets. Tappy able to break it up by himself. He works around to Turner. Turner with a nice move, takes it all the way to the hole. He misses a shot, and the ball gets knocked away, and the Bobcats will retain possession. Nice effort by Turner, taking all the way to the hole.
Yeah, that was a really good drive, a great pump fake.
Tappy will inbound the ball. Nice move. Josh Turner with his first basket of the game gives the Bobcats a 2-point lead at 4-2 with just under 5 minutes to go. You know, Turner and Tapia averaging over 20 points combined between the two of them.
And we can see why early.
And then Turner with the defensive board, and they're pushing. Turner gets the ball knocked away, and the Bobcats will retain possession underneath their own basket. Turner's been very active on both sides so far early on. Tapia again will inbound the ball. Finds Izuski, and the ball gets again knocked away. Izuski was trying to find Hensley in the corner. Comets have been very aggressive on the defensive end. Both teams run man-to-man defenses. Nice move by Tapia, up and can't get off, and we're going to have an over-the-back whistle on number 55, Aaron Kuhlman. It's going to be Aaron Kuhlman's first foul, team's first.
Palatine really likes to go to the hoop, especially with Tapia and Turner, as they've both had 2 point-blank shots each, putting down 1 for both of them.
So Broadway able to break the press by himself, and right away, first turnover of the game, actually second turnover of the game for the Comets. Poor pass, and the Bobcats looking to increase their 2-point lead.
And with the way Palatine's play defense in this tournament, you can't give up any free possessions with turnovers like that.
Well, you know, Palatine has been averaging their margin of victory is over 25 points a game, and they just beat Peoria Christ 3 weeks ago by 14 in Peoria. Here's Turner, takes it all the way to the hole. Can't get the shot off. Rebound by number 20, Alex Shaw, and he's going to want to take it all the way. Alex Shaw works it back out.
And in that 20-point margin, they're only giving up around 22 points a game, too. So it's not just the offensive end, it's the stifling defense they play, too, that really helps for that.
Broadway barely able to get past the 5-second call. Joseph works it around. Here's Broadway. Broadway's been very successful from the 3-point line. 45% 3-point shooter on the tournament. Nice move by number 20, Alex Shaw, with his first basket of the game. Ties the score at 4 with just over 3.5 to go in this game, first quarter. Nice pass from Tapia to Turner. Turner sees a lay-in, and he finds a wide open Izuski. Number 14, Hensley sets it up, and then he loses it, stripped away by Hoffman, and Comets looking to get their first lead of the game. Score remains 4-4. Here's Broadway, takes it all blocked by Tapia. Nice defensive effort by Tapia, and he's going all the way to the hole, up and good. Dylan Tapia with his second basket of the game gives the Bobcats the lead right back at 6-4. Nice effort by Tapia there with the block on one side, gets possession, takes it all the way to the hole for the layup.
Definitely, those are winning plays. They would definitely come back.
Nice move by Shaw. Shaw's going to get fouled by number 14, Hensley. That's going to be Hensley's first foul, team's first. Now Shaw, he's 100%, I mean, he has not missed a free throw so far in the tournament. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2. Very fast-paced action so far. Both teams shooting relatively decent from the field. Shaw ends his streak of made free throws. A couple substitutions for both teams here. Parsons and Kano check in for the Bobcats, and number 22 Isaiah Hierman for the Comets. Shaw's second attempt and can't get it. Rebound by Hensley. And Hensley gets the ball knocked away, and it looks like the Bobcats will retain possession. Peter, so far early on, I'm pretty impressed actually with both sides defensively. Both teams seem very, very aggressive and very active.
Yep, they're both very active on the defensive end. But for Palatine, they're managing to work through that aggression and find open lanes to the hoop. I mean, 5 of their field goal attempts have already been inside the lane, and they made 3 of them.
Looks like we're going to have a foul on number 24, Dawson Hoffman. That's going to be Dawson's first, team's second. Dawson Hoffman, one of the leading scorers for the Comets, coming in the game at averaging 9 points a game in the tournament. Tapper brings the ball up. Good defense by number Hensley able to works it around. Works to Tapia. And the ball's, we're going to have a foul on number 22, going for the steal, number 22, Isaiah Hierman. And it's going to be Isaiah's first, team's second. Actually, I apologize, first, team's third. Tapia will inbound the ball underneath her basket. Still up 2 with just over 2 minutes to go. Wide open attempt by Hensley, and he's got it. Brett Hensley with the first 3 of the game gives them now a 5-point lead at 9-4. Defensive breakdown there for the Comets, and missed shot by number 23, Lewis, and Hensley with the rebound. Hensley already with 2 rebounds, both defensive. Hensley works around Tapia. Tapia with the behind-the-back dribble. Nice dish. He's able to get back out, reset the offense. Tapia again takes it to the baseline. Nice 2 dishes, and we're actually going to have a kick violation. Bobcats will get the ball back. A couple substitutions in the game for the Comets. Number 20, Alex Shaw checks back in the game, along with number 32, Isaiah Ward.
I really like what Tapia's been doing down low so far in the game, not just with the shooting, but with the finding the teammates underneath the hoop for point-blank shots.
Tapia has been a definitely point forward today. Another 3-point attempt by Hensley. Can't convert. Rebound by Dawson Hoffman. And Broadway will bring it up. Broadway, like I said, averaging 17 points a game in this tournament, has 2 today. Nice pass to Shaw in the corner for 3. Alex Shaw with his 5th point of the game cuts the lead. Actually, it's a 2. And right away, we're going to have a turnover. My correction, that was actually a 2 for Alex Shaw. So Alex Shaw's got 4 points, and now it's a 3-point game at 9-6 with a minute 18 left. Joseph will inbound the ball. Here's Shaw again. Great defense by Izuski on Broadway. Joseph works it off in the corner. Hoffman thought about it. Finally saved. Broadway able to save it. That's a great defense by Izuski on Broadway.
He just can't seem to find an opening on the offensive end yet.
Someone else is going to have to step up for the Comets. So far, it's been Shaw. Defensive pressure is definitely picked up for the Bobcats. Hoffman with the runner. Can't get it. Rebound by Hensley.
Even with the defensive pressure.
And Hensley works out. Nice spin move by Tapia. Up and good. Dylan Tapia with his 6 point of the first quarter. Put the lead back up to 5 at 11-6. Like I said, Dylan's been very aggressive on the offensive end. And we're going to have a blocking foul, number 32, Jake Parsons, his first, team's fourth.
Even with the intensity Palatine's playing with on defense, Peoria is still finding good shots and putting good shots up. And they've only got 2 turnovers so far.
They're just able to inbound it. Shaw just able to save it. Here's Broadway. They're slowing it down. Looks like they're saving for one shot. Nice pass from Hoffman, but it gets knocked away by Hensley. Hensley to a cutting Izuski, wants to take it all the way to the hole, and he's going to get fouled. Izuski takes to the hole, and Hoffman fouls him, and that actually can be Hoffman's second foul. So early foul trouble for Dawson Hoffman.
And that could be big because Hoffman is really the only size they have in the lineup. He's 6'2", and the next tallest player on the team that gets a lot of playing time is 5'8".
Izuski connects on the first one. Number 22, Pierman checks back in the ball game. Izuski's first free throw increases the lead to 6 at 12-6. Izuski's only averaged just under 3 points a game so far in the tournament. And that one brims in and out. Rebound by Shaw. And then Tapia with the steal, but then then turns the ball right over. Joseph can't convert, and Tapia with the rebound. And after the first quarter play, Immanuel Palatine leads Peoria Christ 12-6. So Peter, what have you noticed so far in the first quarter?
I've noticed that Palatine's defense so far has been very good in stifling, especially Broadway, and now Hoffman, who has 2 fouls. The 2 leading scorers for Peoria haven't really been able to do anything. Without Shaw, it'd be a 12-1 game, 12-2 game right now. And then for Peoria, they've been doing a good job of working the ball around, looking for good shots. They just haven't got much to fall. I mean, they're 1 of 7 from the field right now. It's a rough start, but they've got 3 quarters to work themselves out of it.
You know, what I've noticed is that nobody's really had a stop for Dylan Tapia.
That's true,
He's
too.
shooting roughly, 3 for 5 from the floor.
3 for 4 from the floor, and he's got a lot of good passes to his teammates that all haven't finished in assists, but they all are quite possible of having been assists.
Tapia being a 5'11" guard is definitely giving some disadvantages for the Comets with having someone to guard him, because Quincy Broadway is their point guard. Quincy, a very good player, but he's only 5'3", so you're going to have to match up a forward or a center at the top of the key to guard Tapia. So now the Bobcats again will get the ball to start the second quarter. Tapia will inbounds it. Tapia works the perimeter. Tapia with the fancy dribbling and loses possession, and Shaw with the steal. Shaw finds Broadway, so Broadway's pushing. Broadway works it around, wide open attempt by Heerman. A little bit long, rebound by Tapia. And Tapia brings it up. Tapia sees a lane, takes it up, can't convert, and another rebound by Heerman. And Broadway slows it down. Fast action so far early on this second quarter. A couple missed opportunities for the Bobcats. Here's Heerman. Heerman's in the game for Hoffman, who's on the bench with 2 fouls. Joseph thought about the lane. Good defense by the Bobcats. Broadway still kept quiet with only his 2 points. Shaw resets the offense. Good defense on Joseph by Hensley. The Comets just cannot seem to find anything offensively right now.
Peoria's barely gotten in the lane at all so far in this possession. It's been all outside the 3-point line, and that's thanks to Palatine's stifling defense.
Well, then with Hoffman on the bench, they really have no true size, and there's the forced turnover. Hensley with the steal, and then Hensley and Shaw fight for the ball, and we're going to have a knockaway. The Comets knock the ball away, so then the Bobcats will get the ball. Full court pressure picked up by the Comets.
Yeah, but like you said before, with Hoffman on the bench, there's no true size for Peoria, and they have to go with a perimeter-oriented offense.
Lewis checks in the ball game for the Comets. And Izuski able to break the pressure, and we're going to have a foul on, looks like, number 32. That's going to be number 32, Isaiah Ward's. Actually, you know what? It's going to be on Quincy Broadway. My correction. Quincy Broadway just picked up his first, team's 5th. Tappy will inbound the ball again. Hensley throws it to Parsons, and Parsons loses control. Trips is going to get whistled for the travel. They had an opening there, and Parsons just kind of tripped over his own feet. A couple substitutions. Now Joseph and now Hoffman with the 2 fouls is checking back in the game, Peter.
That could be huge, especially if he picks up another one before halftime. I've also noticed now throughout the first half that the possessions that Tapia doesn't have the ball at the top of the key are a lot messier for Palatine. It's not as structured as when Tapia is up there driving and dishing.
I think it has to do with the past 2 possessions, the Comets have been able to put on that full court pressure. And there we have a 5-second violation on Broadway.
Izuski's playing outstanding defense right now.
Lewis checks back in the ball game for the Comets. Again, Tapia will have to inbound the ball. Kuhlman just recheck back. Again, Tapia able to break the press. He's going to want to take it all the way to the hole. And Tapia, right like we said, Tapia takes it to the hole. And look who gets the foul. Dawson Hoffman just picked up his 3rd.
Nope. They're calling it on Broadway instead, which is his 2nd too, which is also a big
So now
deal.
you got your 2 best players on the have 2 fouls each. So now Dylan Tapia, a 75% free throw shooter in the tournament, gets to go to the line for 2, and he converts on that one. He leads all scorers with 7 points and bumps the lead back up to 7 at 13-6. That was the first score for either team in the 2nd quarter.
Tapia seems to be getting all the rolls tonight, whether it's in the free throw line or jump shot or layup.
And he made the 2nd one as well. So it's a very even scoring in the tournament so far, with Turner, Tapia both averaging 10 a game, Kuhlman with 8. Tapia scored 19 in the game yesterday against Zion Marengo.
And Turner's also scored 19 in the game.
The other thing is, these scores might be misleading because there's, with the big blowouts, the starters have not had to play most games in the 4th quarter.
That's very true.
Nice pass to Joseph in the corner. Can't get it. Big rebound by Kuhlman. And Tapia, with the 8-point lead, takes it all the way to the hole. He gets stripped. Nice defense by number 23, Lewis. And Lewis finally able to work back out. Sets up the defense. Broadway sets up the offense. Broadway with the shot attempt. Can't get it. Rebound by number 40, Tapia. Tapia was his 3rd rebound of the game, and he's going to get fouled. That's going to be on
Broadway.
That's Broadway. So Broadway just picked up his 3rd. So now Quincy Broadway's got 3, and Hoffman has 2. So now,
and it puts Palatine in the bonus for the next 3 minutes of the half too.
Tapia, like I said, good free throw shooter, 80% free throw shooter in the tournament. So now you have Broadway and Hoffman both in foul trouble.
That could be absolutely huge for Peoria in the rest of the game.
Broadway being one of the youngest person in the tournament as a 12-year-old 7th grader. He's showed nothing. I mean, he's shown great skills in his youth.
Yeah. He's one of the most poised players here for being one of the youngest.
So Tapia with his 9th point of the game, make that 10th point of the game as well. 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Now the lead is back up to 10 at 16-6. Pressure picked up. Pierman able to break it. Hoffman with a 3-point attempt, a little bit long, and Joseph rips down the offensive board. And here's Lewis for 3, and the ball gets stuck. I wonder how many times Lewis could do that if he tried. Lewis with a good look, can't convert. So now possession arrow remains with the Bobcats. I'm sorry, remains with the Comets. Now Joseph will inbound the ball. Works it off, and it was a good series for the Comets as they were finally able to get an offensive board. They've had too many one-and-done so far today.
Yeah, definitely. But they still settled for 2 more threes, and another 3 right here.
Another miss, and another jump ball. This time possession arrow goes to the Bobcats. Now, again, when you're shooting so poorly, the last field goal they made was when Alex Shaw made the 2-pointer in the corner with 2 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. So they've gone 6 minutes without a basket, Peter. With the Bobcats' defense and their pressure and their and their offense, it's just, I'd be worried if I was a Comet fan right now. Nice pass from Tapia to Izuski. Izuski takes the hole, and Kierman has the foul him. So now Kierman picked up his second. So now you have Kierman, Broadway, and Hoffman all with 2 foul. Well, actually, Broadway's got 3, but all in foul trouble.
You can thank that almost all in part to Tapia and the way he's been playing right now in the first half. With the way he's driving and like that pass to Izuski, that the only way to stop it was a foul.
Another made free throws. A team 6 for 7 today, Peter, from the free throw line. Very impressive. You have to continue. If you continue to convert free throws, it's going to be a tough opportunity to overcome for the Comets.
Free throws do win games.
Make that 7 for 8 as a team from the free throw line, and that increases the lead to 12 at 18-6. Number 15, Will Schmaling, will check in the ball game for the first time for the Bobcats. Gives Nate Izuski a chance to rest on the bench. Great effort by Izuski defensively on Broadway. Full court pressure picked up by the Bobcats. Finally able to inbound the ball to Shaw. Kierman able to finally break it just in time. Kierman almost loses possession. Great defense by Turner. Here's Shaw, almost loses it. Nice move by Joseph to a wide open Isaiah Ward. Isaiah Ward ends the scoring drought, cuts the lead to 10 at 18-8. Nice shot by Isaiah Ward.
And a nice offensive possession too.
And a almost steal, actually a steal by the Comets and a timeout. Nice effort defensively by the Comets, forcing the steal, and Coach Terry Mooney able to get a timeout.
But like the last possession, that's exactly what Peoria has to do to get themselves back in the ball game, drive and dish.
Here they have 3 field goals in the first half. You know, they're down by 10, 3 field goals. They have 6 turnovers and 3 field goals. They're not shooting horrendously. The problem is they're just not getting shots. So far this quarter, maybe that wasn't a bad example. They're 1 for 6, but they've only taken 6 attempts through the first 4 minutes. They're just not getting second chance points.
And 4 of those 6 have been threes too. They haven't been able to get much inside the perimeter.
Palatine's got 9 rebounds to their 5. So that's not a big difference, but when you're up by 10 and you're getting offensive rebounds, and it just
makes it seem like a lot more than 10 points.
Right. Kierman able to break the pressure. Hensley all over Kierman. Kierman's got nowhere to go. Shaw, nice pass to Joseph. Unfortunate, just out of the reach of Joseph's hands. Joseph is wide underneath the basket. Another turnover for the Comets. The Bobcats will get the ball. Comets still pick up the full court pressure. Tapia again nice dish to, just before I said that was just out of the reach of Hensley's hands. Even up 10, the Palatine has yet to convert a field goal in the second quarter.
They've only attempted 1 besides the shots they've been fouled on.
And they're 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Kierman gets stripped by Hensley. Porter with the behind the back, and Porter gets it stripped right back. And then we're going to have a nice steal by Kuhlman, who finds a wide open Hensley for 3. Boom goes the dynamite for Brett Hensley. His second 3 of the game gives the Bobcats a 13-point lead at 21-8. What a shot by Hensley, a couple feet behind the 3-point line.
And you can thank that to Kuhlman for the hustle play he made to get the loose ball.
Kuhlman with diving for the ball on the ground and finds a wide open Hensley who drills the 3. Shaw trying to find something. Kierman with a wide open look for 3. Can't get it. Kuhlman doing on both ends, Peter. Kuhlman with another rebound. And here comes the Bobcats trying to increase their 13-point lead. Hensley with another look for 3. Can't get that one. Kuhlman almost tries to get the board, but Tapia rips down the offensive rebound. Schmaling thought about it. Works it back to Tapia. They reset the offense up 13. Hensley's going to get whistled for the travel there. Shuffle his feet a little bit.
Like you said before, there's another offensive rebound for Palatine.
It's been pretty much 2 people today. Tapia's got 10 and Hensley's got 6. They really, it's.
Yeah, that's very true.
So it's your score's 21-8. Immanuel Palatine with 40.6 seconds to go in the second quarter. couple substitutions back. Izuski checks back in the ball game.
You can also credit Izuski.
Along with now, Peter, did you see this? Quincy Broadway just checked back in the game, who has 3 fouls with under 40 seconds to go. He cannot afford to pick up his 4th.
But Peoria really needs him out there for the scoring he brings out.
Broadway with an open look for
Just
3.
like that.
Quincy Broadway checks back in the game with this, and then drills a 3. Cuts the lead back to 10 at 21-11.
He's really got to watch out this defensive possession.
Tapia able to break the press by himself. Works to Izuski.
You got 13.
Izuski takes it all the way to hole. Can't get it. Hensley with the offensive rebound. He puts it up with a miss. And Kuhlman's actually going to whistle for the over the back. Kuhlman just picked up his 2nd foul. Team's 5th. So now, not quite in bonus yet. Still 3.6 seconds left. Grigard Kano will check in the ball game. So far, Peter, in the first 2 games, we've had two half-court shots and just off the rim. So we'll see if this one's even closer. Broadway with the ball, and he just pulls it back out. And after the first half of play, Immanuel Palatine leads Peoria Christ 21-11. We'll be back shortly with some halftime stats. And the halftime score of the championship game is Immanuel Palatine leads Peoria Christ 21-11. We'll give you a little scoring updates from games that have already been played today. In the consolation game, Chester defeating Lombard in overtime, 53-48. Naperville defeated Belleville, 28-18. River Forest early this morning defeated Holy Name Chicago, 40-27. I'm sorry, Holy Family. Marengo defeated East Dundee 43-15 in the 3rd place game. Now it's the boys' side. Now for the girls' side, we had Yorkville defeated Chicago, LUW 34-27 in the consolation. Roselle defeated Lincoln in the 7th place game, 20-17. Belleville defeated Hoyleton in the 5th place game. Springfield defeated Morton 25-23 in the 3rd place game. And the girls' championship, Palatine defeated Rockford 30-22. So now Palatine's looking for a championship in both girls and boys. Now, Peter, what were your thoughts on the first half? Just early, my thoughts, it's been Dylan Tapia all over the place.
Oh, he's been wonderful the first half so far, the way he's been driving, passing, defense with the blocks, the steals he has. Also, on Palatine's end, they're shooting a pretty efficient mark from the field. They're above 40%, 6 of 14. They're 2 of 3 from 3, and they're 7 of 8 from the free throw line. That's huge, the over 80% clip. Whereas for Peoria, they're only shooting 4 of 15 from the field, 1 of 6 from beyond the arc, and then 2 of 4 from the line. So those aren't really numbers, the percentage-wise, that are going to get you a win, especially in a game of this magnitude. But you also have to credit that to Palatine's defense that they've been playing too, especially with Izuski on Quincy Broadway holding them to only 5 points in the first half.
So, like the Bobcats have been very, very efficient offensively. There's still way too many turnovers for Coach Ulrich's liking, but you know what? They're up 10, and we're starting the third quarter. The Comets will get the ball this third quarter, working right to left. Starting for the Comets will be Ward, Joseph, Hoffman, Shaw, and Broadway. And for the Bobcats, Izuski, Hensley, Kuhlman, Tapia, and Turner. Full court, the man-to-man defense still giving the giving the Comets fits. Great defense by Izuski on Broadway. Just as I say that, Broadway takes the hole and he's going to get fouled. That's going to be Izuski's team's first. Broadway's going to go to the free throw line for 2. Broadway has 5 points today, comes in the game averaging just over 17 points a game in the tournament.
And that's what Broadway loves to do in the game. I mean, this will be his 25th and 26th free throws of the tournament.
Actually, Pete, I was wrong. That foul is not on Izuski. It's on Kuhlman. So that's going to be Kuhlman's third, which you know, I know the Bobcats do have some height advantage, but Kuhlman is their big guy.
Yep, he's definitely, and he's been making a couple hustle plays too, especially in Hensley's 3 with the loose ball.
Kano just checked in the ball game. 15 seconds it took for Kuhlman to pick up his third foul. Broadway's second attempt is up and in and out. Big rebound by Turner. And Turner's looking wide open. Hensley doesn't miss many of those. And point break. Is what it is. He made the layup and increases the lead to 12 at 23-11. Broadway with the shot up, and Turner with another rebound. Turner's got 3 rebounds today, and he wants to take it all the way and almost loses it. And Turner, a little out of control with the turnover, and the Comets will get the ball right back. Izuski will pick up the pressure on Broadway.
A lot of emotion going on in this gym right now.
Peter, it's the championship of the Illinois Lutheran State Basketball Tournament. I'm getting emotional right now. Nice pass from Broadway to Hoffman, and Hoffman goes up for the shot, and he's going to get fouled by Tapia. And that's going to be Tapia's first, team second. Now Hoffman, a decent free throw shooter so far in this tournament, comes in the game as no, she's not, but Hoffman's first shot up and off the back of the rim. As a team, they've missed their last 6 free throws. Actually, last 5 free throws. 2 for 7 as a team for the Comets, compared to the Bobcats shooting 7 for 8 as a team. Hoffman comes to the game averaging 9 points in the game in the tournament, 0 points today. Make that 1 point today, and now the score is 11 at 23-12. Full court pressure is picked right back up. Tapia will inbound the ball. Hensley able to break it by himself, and Hensley's going to take it all the way to the hole. Up and good, a little friendly touch by Hensley. Hensley's got 10 points today, and now the lead is back up to 13 at 25-12. Shaw works to Joseph. Joseph with the little runner with the friendly touch. Joseph with his first basket of the game. The scoring starting to pick up. Now the score is 25-14. Hensley's able to break the pressure again. Turner wide open for 3. A little bit long, and number 32, Isaiah Ward with the rebound.
This is the kind of game Peoria really likes to play, a up-tempo, high-scoring affair.
They have to make their shots if they want to make this high scoring. And Shaw with the pump fake shuffles his feet. Another forced turnover for the Comets. Comets' 9th turnover of the game. You know, the Bobcats have definitely converted 12 points off those 9 turnovers. The lead would be bigger if the Bobcats didn't have 10 turnovers themselves.
It's true.
Hensley struggling to get the ball over the court. Izuski finally gets it over. Izuski takes it all the way. Nice effort by Izuski. Hoffman trying not to foul. Izuski makes the layup anyways. Now the lead's back up to 13 at 27-14 with 4 minutes to go. Hoffman's got to be careful. You know, he is in foul trouble, Peter.
Oh, yeah. Him and Broadway both have to be careful this whole half.
Hoffman with a nice touch. Dawson Hoffman, 3 points in this quarter. Again, now we're back down to 11 at 27-16.
There's a nice move by Hoffman getting in the lane and taking a nice floater for the 2.
Hensley with the nice dish to Kano. I know. What nice effort by Kano with the 13. Puts the lead back up to 13 at 29-16. Broadway works it around. And steal by Turner. Turner with the behind the back dribble. Kano is able to get the ball back, and he's going to get fouled, taking the ball to the hole. That's going to be Shaw's first, team's 3rd. Kano took a hard foul there, so he's still going to go to the free throw line for 2.
Palatine really hot here in the start of the second half, 4 or 5 from the field.
Well, it helps when they're wide open layups, Peter.
Well, the last play by Kano was a nice move in half-court offense.
It was? No, you're absolutely right. You know, Hensley was able to, the last series, Hensley took the full court pressure. I think Kano's got some blood.
That'll be a problem. And also with the run and gun, that's the style that Peoria wants them to play. It's just kind of backfiring on them so far in this first 2.5 minutes of the second half.
So, well, it's like, okay, so now Kano is not going to shoot the free throws.
It'll be Parsons.
He got shook up pretty good, so now Parsons is going to come in and shoot the free throws for Kano.
Parsons 1 of 2 in the tournament so far.
The team continues to make their free throws. 8 for 9 as a team from the free throw line. Leads back up to 14 at 30-16. Hensley. Oh, can't convert that one, and Ward with another rebound for the Comets. Reset the scores 30-16 Bobcats. 3:19 to go in the 3rd quarter. Shaw almost loses it. Hoffman with a nice move. Can't find anything open. Broadway with the open look for 3. Can't get it. And Parsons just checks in the game, gets that defensive board. Cappy is pushing with the behind the back dribble. Finds a wide open Izuski for 3. Onions. Nate Izuski drills a wide open 3, and now the lead is 17 at 33-16. Bobcats can do wrong, and Turner with the steal. And Coach Mooney needs a timeout. Increases the lead to 19 at 35-16. A quick 5-0 run in the last 10 seconds for the Bobcats, and it's all started with a Dylan Tapia drive, dish to Izuski for 3, and then a steal right back. Peter, this game is going to get out of hand.
Yes, it will if Peoria can't control the ball on offense and they can't get back in transition to slow down Palatine. Palatine's still on fire from the field. They're now 6 of 7 from the field, and they're holding a 14-4 advantage in points in the half so far. I mean, they have almost as many points in the first half of the 3rd quarter as Peoria does in the whole game.
Oh, you're right. And, you know, Peoria Christ, they've lost 3 games this year. They lost once at home to Manny Palatine, but Palatine is just having their way with them in both offensively and defensively. And looks like we have an injury. I think Ward banged knees.
At least he's putting weight on it. That's a good sign.
He looked like he banged knees with Izuski.
That's always painful. Ward's been doing a good job, too, in the game with defensive rebounding.
Absolutely. Ward's got 2 points, 2 rebounds. Those rebounds in the second half. Still too many one-and-dones for the Comets, though, Peter. That's been the main difference in the second half. They haven't been able to stop.
Nuns, too, with the turnovers they've had, not even being able to get a shot up.
Look at you. You have 6 for 7 from the floor for the Bobcats, 2 for 4. They've only had 4 attempts in the 3rd quarter. Joseph, nice dish to Hoffman with a wide-open look, and he converts. Dawson Hoffman with his 5th point of the quarter. He's pretty much doing it all right now for the Comets. The lead's back up, is down to 17 now at 35-18.
Hoffman's got a nice touch around the hoop.
You know, and there Hoffman steals the ball on both ends. So now Hoffman is trying to do it all for the Comets. Broadway takes it all the way to the hole, and that is going to be an and one. Quincy Broadway takes it to the hole and is going to get fouled.
That's Quincy Broadway's favorite way to play, is just going straight to the rim and seeing what he can get out of it.
That is what I expected to play out of Broadway. I mean, that's the Bobcats' defense has kept him in check all game long. And now Broadway, the last 2 series is what we expected out of the Comets.
Definitely.
So we'll see if this run can increase the adrenaline on defense. Because defensively, they have not been able to stop the Bobcats.
Palatine's just been outrunning them off so far with all the fast breaks, and Peoria's got to definitely stop that. I mean, Peoria likes to run, but they can't do it if it's going to cost them any transition defense.
That foul is on Nate Izuski. That's going to be Nate's first foul. So now Broadway's going to go to the line. 2 for 4 from the free throw line today. Like I said, the team is struggling from the free throw line. 3 for 8.
But yeah, like you said before, these last 2 possessions really showed what Peoria wanted to do from the get-go. Drive by Joseph and a dish to Hoffman just for the short corner for the next little jumper, and then Broadway making stuff happen on his own.
You know, the Comets have 4 field goals in the third quarter. They had 4 combined in the first half. Broadway can't make that one, and the ball gets knocked off by Shaw. So the Comets will get the ball, the Bobcats will get the ball underneath the basket, and Ward's able to shake it off. A little Willis Reed action, Peter. Willis hurts his knee. A minute later, comes back in the ball game.
See if he can get the same result as Willis Reed did.
Izuski able to break the pressure. Sees Turner wide open for 3. Can't get it. Tapia with the offensive board. Puts up and good. Tapia with his 5th rebound and his 12th point. And if things keep going this way, I think Tapia is your player of the tournament.
Seems like every time Peoria mounts a little bit of a run, Palatine has an answer right back, usually through Tapia.
Yeah, usually through Tapia. You're absolutely correct, Peter. Joseph works it around. Here's Quincy Broadway.
That was quite the
Puts
screen.
it up and can't convert, and Tapia with another board. Tapia's can get fouled, and I think if that's who I think it is, nope, actually I am incorrect. That foul is going to be on Lewis. I was pretty sure that foul was going to be on Broadway, which would have been his 4th. But it's not, so we don't have to worry about that right now.
Lewis laid a heck of a screen on Izuski that last possession.
So minute 27 to go in the third quarter. The score is Immanuel Palatine 37 and Peoria Christ 20. Tapia will inbound the ball. Able to find Parsons. Parsons able to get it up the court. Parsons almost loses it, but the Bobcats and the Comets tie up, and the Bobcats had possession arrow, so they're inbound the ball underneath their own basket.
Peoria's running out of time. I mean, down 17 with a minute and a half essentially to go in the third quarter. They don't have many mistakes left to give.
But you're not going to win many games when you give up 16 points in a quarter, Peter. Nice pass from Tapia to Parsons. Parsons with 3 points this quarter has now bumped the lead back up to 19 and 39 to 20. Broadway, fancy dribbling, takes it all the way. Nice effort by Broadway. Broadway's can get fouled by Izuski, so now Broadway's can go to the free throw line for 2. Izuski just picked up his 2nd. So Izuski and Kuhlman are really the only 2 guys with foul trouble for the Bobcats.
Like you said before, you can't win many games giving up 18 in the third quarter. That's also Palatine still shooting 80% in this quarter, as compared to Peoria's only shooting around 54%.
Broadway came in the tournament averaging 64% from the free throw line. He's 3 for 7 today. Actually, he's 3 for 6. So a little bit under his average. Still able to get the free throw line for pretty easily for a point guard.
Especially a 5'3" point guard going in the line of bigs.
Make that 4 for 7. So I guess, now he's back up to his average at give or take 60%. Cuts the lead to 17 now. The full court pressure, Bobcats have been able to break easily. Izuski takes the hole, and he's going to get, and actually, the ball gets blocked. And nice block by Hoffman. So now the Bobcats will get the ball back underneath their basket. Tapia will inbound the ball. Tapia, Izuski gets a tip. He's able to get back out. Tapia resets the offense. Carson to Hensley. Thought about the three there for a second. Tapia will wait for them to pick it up. Bobcats like to stall when they have the lead, and they wait for the defense to give them something. Turner, nice cutting by Parsons. Works back out to Izuski.
And you can see what the result is when they stretch the defense out past the perimeter. They're going to get an open layup.
And Turner gets it stripped away, and Hensley goes for the steal, but he's going to get whistled for the foul. That's Hensley's second, team's fifth. Schmaling's going to check in the ball game for the Comets. For the Bobcats. Shoelace, Peter. Shoelace. Schmaling checks in the game for the Bobcats. Ward checks in the game. Sorry, Ward throws it in. Nice steal by Izuski. Another turnover, and actually the ball comes right to me.
Wow. Some in-your-face action over here.
You know, I've been saying many great things about Izuski, and apparently he heard me, so he threw the ball at me. So it's the benefits of being a play-by-play announcer, Peter. Let me tell you. And
no more blood in the court. This time it is Hensley. Looks like he's got a bloody knee.
So Coleman's going to check in the ball game for Hensley. Now Hensley and Kano, two guys with blood.
Well, that just shows how physical of a game it's been so far.
Absolutely.
Both teams going at each other. Two schools are building quite a rivalry against each other. A lot of championship games they've been in.
You know, Peoria Christ, 10-time champion. Bobcats, three-time champions. Here's Shaw. Joseph wide open for three. And Onions, Joseph cuts the lead to 14. Joseph's 5 points. Oh my goodness, Tapia with a three-quarters court shot off the rim.
What can he do?
So now after three quarters, the Comets go on a 5-0 run in the last minute, Peter. So now it's a little more reasonable. So it scores 39-25.
Going into the fourth quarter down 14 looks a lot better than 19, especially with the way Peoria's played. And especially with the fact that Palatine shot 8 of 11 from the field in the third quarter.
Yeah, after struggling offensively in the first half by only scoring 11 points, the Comets scored 14 in the third quarter.
The Comets shot actually really well in the third quarter too. I mean, as compared to the 8 of 11 from Palatine, they were 5 of 8 from the field, which is one more shot than they made the whole first half, like you mentioned before.
I still would like to see Tapia. I'm not complaining about the way, offensively, it was a fantastic quarter by the Bobcats. But Tapia has been so efficient today, Pete. He's 4 for 6 from the floor.
Yeah, I know. But still, even without him getting a lot of touches in that quarter, they had a lot of fast break opportunities where other people were getting point-blank shots that are almost going to go in 90% of the time.
Yeah, going to the fourth quarter, I just want to say this game is sponsored by Krollkorn here at the St. Peter Arlington Heights, along with Ice Cream Novelties by Kevin. So thank you to those for sponsoring this broadcast of the Illinois Lutheran State Tournament. Ward will inbound the ball, and starting the fourth quarter, the Comets will get the ball, trying to continue to chip away on this Bobcats lead. Shaw almost loses it. Nice pass to Joseph. Joseph with the circus shot. He gets fouled by Schmalin, so now Joseph's going to the free throw line for 2.
Peoria's going to have to start making all their free throws too in this time of the game if they want to.
Actually, Peter, that's not going to be on Schmalin. That's going to be on Hensley. Hensley just picked up his third, so now Hensley and Kuhlman both have 3 fouls for the Bobcats. That's, after starting the game off as a team 2 for 7 from the free throw line, they made 4 of the last 5.
And Joseph is definitely the guy they want at the line. He's shooting now 80% from the free throw line for the tournament.
And is now a 6-0 run for the Comets.
Make
that 7. And now it is a 12-point lead at 39-27, slowly but surely.
Peoria's got a lot of fight in him still.
Schmaling able to get the ball up court. Here's Tapia. Tapia gets pressured and almost loses it. Hensley able to get it back out. Now this is the patented Bobcat stall. And Schmaling gets tripped up and stolen away, and then Parsons steals it right back. And then another steal This time Joseph steals it. He takes it all the way to the hole. A layup and good. Anthony Joseph with 9 straight points for the Comets. Now the game's at 10. 9-0 run for the Comets. And
double dribble.
Another turnover. This one by Izuski with the double dribble. The pressure. The Comets are really showing some emotion now.
That's 15 turnovers for Palatine too.
And it takes away the fact that Palatine has shot so well from the floor as a whole.
I mean, they're 14 to 25. They're shooting above 50% so far.
You cannot afford to turn the ball over 15 times. Shaw's can get fouled while he takes the hole, so this one's going to be on Tapia. So now Tapia just picked up his second. So Shaw's going to go to the free throw line for 2. Shaw had four early points, hasn't scored since the first quarter.
He's missed the 2 free throws he's already taken in the game so far as well. See if he can right that ship here.
Can't convert. Now Kuhlman will check back in the ballgame. He has 3 fouls. Turner will take a seat on the bench. That ended the streak of 5 straight free throws for the 5 straight made free throws for the Comets. Another miss for Shaw.
Gotta have those.
Kuhlman with the rebound, and they're able to break the press. Hensley almost loses it. And another, actually this one's tipped. Almost loses the ball out of bounds.
Another thing Peoria has going for them is they only have 2 team fouls in the second half, so they can be as aggressive as they want to be, and they don't have to worry about giving up bonus free throws anytime soon.
Which is also could be a problem, Peter, if they can't cut this 10-point lead and they're going to foul a lot. It's kind of a catch-22. So now Tapia sees a cutting Parsons, and then another turnover by the Bobcats. You know, after watching this team for three quarters build a 19-point lead, you would never guess the way they're playing this fourth quarter. They seem out of control, out of touch.
They seem more in control in the run and gun offense than they do running the half court right now.
It's a minute and a half's gone by, and we've only had 1 field goal attempt in this fourth quarter between the 2 teams. Wide open 3 for Shaw, in and out. Hensley able to rip down the rebound. Hensley's got 5 rebounds to go with his 10 points, and Tapia gets it stolen away by Shaw. Broadway with the layup. Broadway's got 11, and now the lead is with 8 at 39-31. We don't call him Broadway all day for a reason. And Parsons still cannot slow down this run. 11-0 run. Hoffman with that rebound. And Broadway will bring it up. Broadway takes all the way to the hole. Can't get it. Rebound by Hoffman. And missed shot. Huge miss by Hoffman. It was in and out. Hensley able to get up in full timeout for the Bobcats. 11-0 run over the last 3.5 minutes for the Comets. I thought this game was going to be another runaway. And it's actually shaping up like the girls' championship, where the Palatine girls built a big lead and Rockford Lutheran cut it all the way back within 4, and that's how the game ended. Now this game, we had a 19-point game with a minute to go in the third quarter. It's down to 8.
And Palatine's still shooting above 50%. They just can't get any shots on the field, though, with all the turnovers they're having. 17 turnovers now for the game for the Bobcats.
They're shooting, like I said, they're shooting 75% from the floor. They missed a whopping 4 shots in the second half, and somehow that lead has gone from 19 to 8.
Well, it hurts when you only have 1 field goal possession or 1 field goal attempt in the whole fourth quarter so far, 2.5 minutes into the quarter, along with 5 turnovers.
You know, Quincy Broadway picked up his 3rd foul with about 2 minutes to go in the first half, and he has not got his 4th foul. He's not picked up his 4th foul, so he's played very smart defensively.
Yes, he has. I mean, it would have been huge if he would have picked up his 4th foul anytime in the third quarter, because there were points in that quarter where he was the only one getting up any shots.
So on a reset, Immanuel Palatine leads Peoria Christ 39-31. Possession arrow is for Immanuel Palatine. Full court pressure by the Comets. Tapia will try to inbound the ball. Finds Parsons. Parsons gets trapped in the corner, and Parsons airmails it. And the Comets with a chance to make this a 2-possession game, Peter. I never thought I'd hear those words.
It's a been a very impressive showing by Peoria in these last 5 or so minutes.
Now here's Broadway. Broadway has had a great second half. 11 points total. Kuhlman with the steal. Kuhlman, but then Kuhlman on the other side is going to whistle for the travel. Sloppy play when you had the chance to hold on and just contain yourself. You just have to, situations like that, you have the lead. You don't need to force things like that.
I don't know what to say. I mean, they just got to slow down, and they have an 8-point lead still. All the marbles are in their hands.
Here's Broadway. Izuski with still tough defense. And Kuhlman almost tips it away as well. Nice defense in the last 2 series by Kuhlman. Joseph is going to get fouled by Hensley. So now Hensley just picked up his 4th.
And Joseph's going to the line too.
For a 1-and-1.
Joseph's 5 of 6 in the tournament.
So an 80% free throw shooter in the tournament. We have a 1-and-1. Joseph, the game has not been within 10 points since the first quarter.
These are 2 big free throws by Joseph especially.
He's looking for his 10th point, and he cannot convert. Kuhlman rips down the rebound, and Kuhlman's going to get fouled. I think this one's going to be on Shaw. Shaw picked up his 2nd, but still not even close to bonus. That's only the 3rd team foul. Full court pressure is there. It's where the Comets have just forced turnover after turnover. And right there, Izuski gets the ball knocked away. And the Bobcats will still retain possession. The ball is knocked out of bounds.
A step earlier, Ward would have had another interception of a long cross-court pass by Palatine.
Sloppy passes by the Bobcats. And we're going to have a foul here. I think this one is going to be on... That's going to be on Joseph. So Joseph's first, still a couple away from bonus. It's team's 5th. Still 2:51 to go in this 8-point game. Another sloppy pass by Tapia. After Tapia throws it right over to our score booth. So now that's 2 balls to the score booth.
And 20 turnovers for Palatine.
Inbound the ball. Ward is aiming inbound the ball. Here's Broadway. Broadway's really picked up the intensity offensive with the penetration. Sharworth to Joseph. Nice head fake by Joseph. Joseph with the wild shot. Hensley with the rebound. Hensley then gets it stolen. Hensley with the save. What a play by Hensley. Almost turns the ball over. Is able to find Tapia.
Another big hustle play by Palatine.
We're pretty close to the mark where the Comets are going to have to start fouling. And Broadway with the steal. Nice spin move by Broadway. He can't convert on the shot. And Izuski with the rebound. And here's Turner. Turner takes it right at him. Up and good. Turner with possibly the play of the tournament. Slows the Comet run. And finally, the Bobcats get on the board in the 4th quarter. Tough play by Ward. Picked up his 3rd foul in the meantime. But what a play by Turner. Takes the hole and gets fouled. He looks to convert on the 3-point play, and he does. Turner's 7th point of the game.
And the first time Palatine scored in the last 5 minutes.
What's up? You cannot speak enough about the play by Turner. Everything was in the Comets' favor. They had their chances to cut into that 8-point lead, and right when things were about to go down for the Bobcats, Turner makes a play like that.
That's huge.
So 42-31 lead for the Bobcats, 2:01 to go in the 4th quarter. I think, being down 11, you're going to see Quincy Broadway. He's going to have to start looking for his 3-point shot here. Broadway, nice pass to Ward. Ward gets it stripped away by Tapia.
Can't have turnovers like that, especially in a game like this, down 11.
And Tapia forces a turnover, sloppy pass by Tapia, and Kuhlman loses control. Kuhlman, Kano checks back in the game for Kuhlman. So here's Broadway. Broadway's trying to find something. They're going to have to start shooting threes with under 2 minutes to go as they're down 11. Bierman's in. Great defense by Hensley.
Can't really burn a lot of time off the clock. So
and Turner with the steal, and he goes up and gets the layup. Turner with 5 straight points, and now the lead's back up to 13 at 44-31.
Turner may have just stomped out any hope of a Peoria comeback.
And that's the excitement that Josh Turner brings to the table. At times he scares you with the turnovers, but when he makes plays like that,
Peoria's really got to put up a shot soon. There's only a minute to go. You're down.
Broadway with the three-point short, and Hoffman with the rebound. And Rick, they're going to call that. Are they calling on the floor? No, that basket is good. So Hoffman with the rebound and the and one.
It's a heck of a hustle play by Hoffman.
I think, let's see who that is. That foul on Hensley?
I think they put it on Parsons.
Oh, they give it to Parsons.
Parsons third.
So now Hoffman, 1 for 2 from the free throw line today. He's got 7 points. Trying to make this a 10-point game, and he does. Actually, that foul was on Kano. That's Kano's second. And Turner with the sloppy pass, and then Tappy able to pick it up, and he pulls it back out, and they're going to start fouling here pretty quickly.
They got to. They don't have any time.
And Tapia gets tackled, and we're going to call that intentional. Anthony Joseph with the intentional foul. He tackled Tapia. So now that's not the type of foul you'd like to see.
No. I mean,
so Tapia will go to the free throw line for 2, plus they get the ball.
It is not the foul that Peoria was looking for in that situation.
And out of all the guys, Tapia, 4 for 4 from the free throw line today. He's not the guy that you want shooting the free throw. Short on that one. Still a great game by Tapia.
It's kind of been quiet in the second half, especially.
He has 2 points after 10 points in the first half. Misses both. So now two huge missed free throws, and we're still a 4-possession game, but you got to convert those to put the game out of reach.
Going to have to make all the free throws the rest of the game to put it out of reach.
Tapia able to get to Hensley. They get past full court, and now this is when you're going to have to start fouling, and they're not. And now there's.
I don't know what they're going for. They have to foul. There's no other way to get the ball back and the chance to score.
And the writing's on the wall for. And Broadway just picked up his 4th.
More importantly, Peoria burned 20 seconds off the clock.
So Izuski's going to go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. And substitutions look like they're going to come in for the Bobcats. Izuski with the 1-and-1, and swish 4 for 5 from the free throw line for Izuski today. Izuski only had 8 total points in the first 3 games. He's got 9 today. Good effort by Izuski. Make that 10, and now the lead's back up to 12 at 46-34.
Peoria's going to have to do something fast.
Broadway loses it, and actually that's going to be jump ball, possession arrow, Bobcats. And the Tapia will inbound the ball, gets Kano. And 10 seconds left. And I think this is going to do it.
Oh.
Called timeout to get. And all the starters check out. Round of applause at the sellout gymnasium is round of applause for the nearby Palatine. Lunny, Stryzak,
and they deserve
Jake,
it.
And 7 seconds come out. And Broadway goes in for the and that is it. The coronation is complete. A sweep for the Bobcats, girls and boys champions. What an effort, back to back. That's 3 out of the last 4 years the champions Immanuel Palatine, your finals 46-34 over Peoria Christ. Dylan Tapia was the leading scorer today with 12 points for the Bobcats. Nate Izuski also chimed in with 10, along with Brett Hensley with 10. Josh Turner with 5 huge points, actually with 9 points, but 5 huge ones in the fourth quarter. Parsons had 3 and Kano had 2. And for the Comets, Broadway had 11, Joseph had 9, Hoffman had 8, Shaw had 4, and Ward had 2. So like I said, a repeat for the champs, for both girls and boys. Immanuel Palatine with the win.
Palatine ended the game above 50% from the field, 16-28. It's tough to beat a team when they do that, even when they had 22 turnovers.
So Peter, what a tournament! What a tournament! What a finish! You know, I was expecting after the 19-point lead for the Bobcats that this game they would just put it out of reach. The Comets come all the way back.
Peoria never gave up in the game. They kept fighting, and that shows how they made it to the game in the first place.
But what an impressive finish! Now, Peter, after watching, I have to say that Tapia is the player of the tournament. Don't you think, MVP?
I think have to agree.
He's the best player and the best team. So why don't we go down to, again, this is Ryan Roth and Peter Roth. Yeah, with a great experience today doing the 5th place, 3rd place, and 1st place boys games. And now shortly we'll go down to Jim Kroll, the MC of Ceremonies. And it was a great time. Thanking Concordia for coming down. And we thank our sponsors, Kroll Corn and Ice Cream Novelties by Kevin. So thanks a lot to those, our TV sponsors today. And we will see you next year from March 7th through 9th, 2014 at the 40th annual Illinois State Tournament. So again, this is Ryan Roth and Peter Roth, and thank you for your listening time today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now ready to begin the awards presentation. And this awards presentation will follow the same format as we did for the Girls' Championship. First off, please join me in congratulating both teams in an excellent game. I'd also like to thank Concordia University for their technical assistance in broadcasting today's games. Copies of this game will be available to all the players from both teams in a couple weeks, and they'll be mailed to your schools. I'd also like to thank members of the basketball committee for their numerous hours in putting this event together. And lastly, this tournament could not happen without the many hours donated by volunteers from across the state. So thank you very much. Our first award presentation then will be the 2nd place trophy presented to the Comets from Christ Peoria. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Eric Young.
So we'll call you up, guys, and you can come receive your medal. Number 10, Quincy Broadway. Number 11, Gino Hess. Number 12, Isaiah Butler. Number 13, Nathan Carter. Number 14, Fred Dixon. Number 15, Kusava Joe. Number 20, Alex Shaw. Number 21, Anthony Joseph. Number 23, Ariane Lewis. Number 24, Dawson Hoffman. Number 25, Tony Rudebeck. Number 32, Isaiah Ward. And number 22, Isaiah Heerman. Statistician, Joe Lamberti. Manager, Luke Rudebeck. Assistant coach, Rick Hoffman. Assistant coach, principal athletic director, Terry Mooney Sr. Head coach, Terry Mooney Jr. The Comets from Christ Peoria.
Please join me in congratulating your state champion, the Bobcats from Immanuel, Palatine. Bobcats, we now have a game ball and a championship banner.
All right, guys, we'll do the same thing. We'll call you forward to get your medal. Number 2, Jake Stearns. Number 10, Zach Stryzek. Number 11, Nate Izuski. Number 12, Dominic Jacobs. Number 14, Brett Hensley. Number 15, Will Schmaling. Number 4, Mark Laney. Number 25, Ben Schilf. Number 30, Griffin Maloney. Number 32, Jake Parsons. Number 35, Josh Turner. Number 40, Dylan Tapia. Number 41, Avery Riedel. Number 42, Gregory Cano. And number 55, Aaron Kuhlman. Athletic Director, Kim Schneider-Morez. Principal, John Miro. Assistant Coach, Johnny Ulrich II. Assistant Coach, Joe Robinson. And Head Coach, John Ulrich. At this point, we are going to announce our all-tournament team. During the course of this weekend, ballots have been filled out by committee members all weekend long, looking at players as the weekend has progressed. We've chosen 15 members of our all-tournament team. From these 15 following individuals, we will then announce our MVP from these 15. So here are your 15 in no particular order. From Grace River Forest, Oliver Masiak. From Zion Marengo, Michael Volkening. From Immanuel East Dundee, Jeremy Jarecki. Jeremy Jarecki. From Immanuel Palatine, Brett Hensley. From Chicago Holy Family, Alfonso Washington. From Christ Peoria, Quincy Broadway. From St. John Chester, Joey Stolleberg. From Immanuel Palatine, Dylan Tapia. From Bethany Naperville, Joshua Jurek. From St. John Lombard, Devin Fisher. From Christ Peoria, Isaiah Ward. From Grace River Forest, Cameron Lewis. from Immanuel Palatine, Josh Turner. From Zion Belleville, Stephen Corti. And from Zion Marengo, Blaine Borhart. And our 2013 Tournament MVP Award goes to, from Grace River Forest, Cameron Lewis. Accepting on his behalf, his teammate. And finally, thank you guys. You can head back to your areas. Our final award is the Sportsmanship Award. As with the all-tournament team, players, coaches, fans have been observed all weekend long and voted on. Our Sportsmanship Award winner this year is from Grace River Forest. Come on up, guys. All right, we're going to close with prayer. Before we do, one bit of housekeeping. A girl from Rockford Lutheran must have dropped her medal out in the hallway. So if there's anyone from Rockford Lutheran here anymore, you can stop by the table after our prayer and pick up that medal for her. All right, let's close the prayer. Lord, thanks for bringing us here to this point in the weekend. Thanks for all of these young athletes, these coaches, these families here that support them so strongly. Bless us this day as we all head our separate ways. Thank you for all the fun, the enjoyment, the fellowship that you've blessed us with here. Grant us all safe travels back to our respective homes, and lead us back to this point here again next year. In your name we pray, amen. Thank you very much. We'll see you next year.